Montmartre, a large hill in Paris' 18th arrondissement. It is one of the oldest parts of Paris. Before 1860, Montmartre was considered a countryside. It is primarily known for its artistic history, the Basilica of the Sacré-Cœur on top, and its cabarets. A long time ago, many famous artists lived in Montmartre, such as Pablo Picasso, Vincent van Gogh, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, and many more. Today I had the opportunity to visit one of the oldest cabarets in Montmartre, owned by Mr. Thomas. This cabaret was called Au Lapin Agile, meaning the ecstatic rabbit. It dates back from 1869, and it was a cabaret where many famous artists would go to sing and read poetry. This cabaret was started by two men, Aristide and Frédé, and it was officially bought by Aristide in 1913. This cabaret is very famous because Pablo Picasso would go there, and he also painted a picture for the cabaret. And today, a replica is still there, but the official painting was sold to the Metropolitan Museum of Arts, located in New York City. Today, this painting is worth $40 million. In World War II, a Jewish man hid in the attic of the cabaret to hide from the Nazis. There have been many bar fights in the cabaret, and in one of them, Frédé's son was killed. During our journey to the cabaret, I was able to get to know many things about Montmartre, and I was able to stop at many locations to take pictures. My first stop was at Place Dalida. Dalida was a very famous singer and comedian. She was born in 1933 in Egypt and became Miss Egypt at the age of 19. This is what opened the doors for her future as a singer and comedian. My next stop was at Le Place Morale, located in Place Marcel Aimé. This is where the statue of a man stuck in a wall is shown. The story behind the sculpture is about a man called Dieter that discovers his ability to go through walls. He decided to make good use of his ability, so he had an affair with a married woman. One day, he starts to feel a headache and goes to see his doctor for medicine. That same night, Dieter goes to see his lover, but when her husband comes home, he catches them. He quickly tries to escape but gets stuck in the wall. Another location that we passed was the Moulin de la Galette. This building was originally dated from 1717 and was used to grind wheat and grapes to make wine. Today, it is the only windmill that still functions in Montmartre. This building is an art gallery that Picasso worked in. It was called Le Bateau Lavoir because every time there was a storm, it would move and make weird noises like a boat. Unfortunately, it was burnt in 1970. Here are some photos of Montmartre in the past. The first picture is a picture of the cabaret in 1924. This is a picture of La Maison Rose. This picture was before it became a restaurant. The third image is an image of the Moulin de la Galette. This is where the farmers would go to grind their wheat. Here is an artist painting in the streets of Montmartre. A heartbreaking picture of Jewish women and children in Place de Tertre during the Second World War. Here is an image of Pablo Picasso next to the steps in Montmartre. This is an old picture of Rue l'Abreuvoir. picture interesting because back then women were separated from the men when they voted. This picture was probably taken in the 1930s, so women had just had the opportunity to vote. This is an illustration of the inside of the cabaret. As you can see, here is a farmer and his donkey planting in the fields of Montmartre, because back then, Montmartre was considered a countryside. At last, Montmartre is an arrondissement filled with secrets and stories of the past. Now I can say that Montmartre is one of the many places in Paris where there is a history behind the buildings. It is a place that makes Paris the center for art, fashion, gastronomy, and culture.